Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl, and I'm here with a demo called Owl Observatory. Now, you may not have seen my video, not a huge amount of people have, but I spent 2 months having dinner with an owl. Yes, this is the prequel to Dinner with an Owl. It's a game with an unusual premise, let's say. So it's a time looping game, and you have to break the loop, basically. And your host is an owl. And that's all I'm going to say about it if you haven't played or watched anyone playing Dinner with an Owl, but you should, because it's very good. Anyway, so this is the prequel, and I'm going to start the demo.
Do you know what this invitation is all about?
Unfortunately not. Seems as if we're both clueless.
Good evening. Excuse me, is this the right place for the presentation?
Welcome, my distinguished attendees. I am pleased that you are all here.
Good.
Joanne Kepler, court astronomer and mathematician. Williamina Wollaston, physicist at the Royal Society.
Ah, the Royal Society.
And of course, Tycho Brahe, astronomer to the Danish king.
Of course.
But where are my manners? Please, let me introduce myself.
Please do.
I am Virgil Brooks,
Ah,
your host.
hello Virgil Brooks.
But
I have gathered you here today to make an announcement that I am sure will be of great interest to you. Listen carefully. The day after tomorrow, time will come to a complete standstill.
What?
The stars have already stopped moving.
Oh, it's Doctor Who.
how is that possible?
Don't worry about that yet. Until then, be my guests.
Sure.
You have to stay for dinner.
Well, okay. Yum. I wonder what's for dinner. Yeah, Doctor Who, where the stars didn't exist. In the 11th Doctor.
Welcome, Mr. Brahe.
Hey,
Mr.
Declan.
Brooks is already awaiting you.
I love Declan. He's so cool. Interact with characters and objects. Let's talk to Declan.
Mr. Brooks is already awaiting you.
Okay.
The butler.
He has a name. I.
A disconcerting eye made of glass. Is it staring back at me?
Could be. Get access to the cellar. Acquire the clone machine. Proceed to dinner. Okay. That's it, is it? Are these other question marks ones I can do in this demo, or are they ones I can't do in the demo, hence being question marks?
A noble little sofa.
Very noble.
Mr. Brooks sure has taste.
I'm sure he do. So I guess I need to go upstairs. Oh, okay, in the demo. No, he's obviously not upstairs. Must be down the hallway. I probably wasn't listening to Declan as usual.
Mr. Brahe, welcome to my office.
Very dark.
Feel free to look around.
Got my brightness quite high, so I don't know if it's supposed to be this dark.
I can't make any sense of it. What's special about this teapot?
It's one of my most precious belongings. A device I developed all by myself.
Ooh.
When pouring something in, it distinguishes between different types of tea
Clever.
and holds the temperature at the perfect level. Earl Grey or Darjeeling, peppermint or matcha. Everything is possible
Very
with
good.
this special teapot.
What, telling me that? Yeah, well, I don't like tea, so it really doesn't matter to me. Let's look at this stream.
I can't make any
I
sense
need
of
to.
it.
I need to make sure I'm clicking the left one.
What is that strange machine over here?
Oh, that. That is my cognitive enhancer. I bought it once from a very tiny man in Amsterdam.
Why does that matter?
He claimed that it would boost cognitive abilities and that it would emit a high-pitched steam whistle sound when the user spends too much time pondering. But I realized that it does absolutely nothing besides whistling at completely random times.
Brilliant.
Oh, I'm sorry for your mispurchase.
The seller better pray I never come back to Amsterdam.
Oh, well, yeah.
At least it looks fancy.
I wouldn't want your wrath. It's been voiced, the owl character has been voiced by the same person by the sounds of it as in Dinner with an Owl.
What is that strange machine over here?
That's my spiritual clone machine.
Ah,
It allows me to duplicate each and every human on Earth.
impressive.
That's impressive.
Exactly.
Does it really work?
Sure. But there is one drawback to it. If the cloned person is noted by anyone, he or she will just vanish into thin air.
Oh.
The clone just disappears at eyesight.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Very weird. Mr. Brooks. Yeah, I need to acquire the clone machine. How am I going to do that? So if I right click, now I've talked about it.
According to Mr. Brooks, this device is a clone machine. It's Mr. Brooks' beloved teapot.
Did he say it was beloved?
It's Mr. Brooks' useless cognitive enhancer.
Very useless. Except for the grandfather clock.
That's a peculiar grandfather clock.
It stopped.
No. That's just an old clock that doesn't even tell the correct time.
Ugh. What's the point in that?
No need to think about it any further.
Okay. This is a very, very different game to Dinner with an Owl, I must say.
No, Mr. Brahe.
That's what I thought.
The clone machine will stay right here.
Oh, it won't, otherwise
Of course.
I won't be able to finish the demo. Okay. So, I need to talk to Mr. Brooks.
Are you interested in my collection of wondrous apparatuses?
Sure.
Feel free to look around.
Oh, is that it? Well, let's look at Mr.
What a strange
Yes.
man
Yes.
he is.
Man. Man and nothing else.
A pencil drawing is hanging on the wall.
I can barely see it.
It shows a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
obelisk.
I can see that now.
That's a story for another time.
Very suspicious.
It's much too heavy.
Oh.
This grandfather clock may be more than meets the eye. Nah, I don't want it.
No.
Nah, I don't want it.
No. I say nah. Is there anything else going on in here? I don't think so. So we spoke to Mr. Brooks. Now what? Ah, hello. Who are you? Who was that?
Who was that?
Oh. That was just George.
Just George. Yes, and who's Just George?
Hello, Declan.
How may I be of service?
Yeah, I do, actually.
I'd like to talk to you about George.
Just George.
All I know is that Mr. Brooks helped him at a time when George didn't see any future for himself. And now it is claimed that George is the future of Mr. Brooks.
Oh,
But I don't know what that means. It's just what Mr. Brooks says.
okay.
See you later.
Have a nice evening, Mr. Brahe.
No, he's not there. Right. What happens now? I can't go upstairs. Door? No. Well, there's nothing else to do. Well, maybe I can talk to Mr. Brooks about Just George.
Are you interested in my collection of field?
No, I may not talk to him about Just George. What do I do then? Stop looking at me.
No, Mr. Brahe. The clone machine will stay right here.
Kai, just
Of course.
be violent. Punch him. There's another painting.
It's a drawing of an impressive organ.
I learned to play that instrument during my time in Prague.
You seem to be a man with many talents, Mr. Brooks.
Well travelled.
Dedication, Mr. Brahe. I am a very dedicated man.
Dedicated to what, Mr. Brooks? Was it hold down control? Oh, I have missed. Oh, there you go. I missed a key.
Please leave the key to the cellar where it is.
Of course. I really need to get my hands on it. Maybe I can grab it when Mr. Brooks is distracted.
Yeah, he didn't hear that at all.
A key is hanging on the wall.
Oh, glass tube. See, yeah, I don't like using hotspot indicators, but I'm missing
There
things.
is some kind of energy flowing through it.
No. That's just how this old mechanism works. No need to think about it any further.
Don't you use your
I
mind
think you've
powers
seen
on me.
everything interesting in here.
Ah, I
And
have now.
also some ordinary things like this grandfather clock with its insignificant glass tube.
Extremely insignificant.
What do you like most? Is it the teapot?
Oh yeah,
I bet it's the teapot.
of course it's the teapot.
But now, Mr. Brahe,
Yeah,
I will turn my attention to the upcoming meal.
dinner with an owl.
There are some topics to be discussed with Declan.
Oh good.
It emits an intense heat. I would literally set myself on fire if I touched it.
That's totally normal for a glass tube in an old clock. Believe me.
Because you know that is a normal situation to have. Right.
Declan,
Ah.
Mr. Brooks,
report the current status.
well, I just finished the Vichy soir as an hors d'oeuvre.
Sounds delicious. Now hurry up.
Very well, sir.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. Ah, there's my invent. Bye. Oh, hello.
Mr. Brahe,
Yeah?
my spiritual clone machine went missing.
Never.
Do you happen to know anything about it?
Not a thing.
Well, I don't want to make any accusations here, but rest assured that I do not tolerate
Hostile.
hostile behavior in my house.
No? Okay. Face accusations.
Declan,
I see, that's a secret. Oh, I still need to get... Ah, is this the cellar door?
Locked.
Locked. But are you the cellar door? I imagine you are, otherwise it would say you can't... Oh no!
Mr. Brooks advised me not to let
Took too long.
anyone in the cellar. It's much nicer here anyway.
Declan,
Yay. I made it through the tar. Hee hee hee. Yes, I did. So I've got how many? Oh my word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 secrets.
I don't want to take away someone's toy.
Why not?
An old plush teddy.
Teddy?
There is an interesting looking book on the table.
Let's look at the book. Well, what?
October 23rd. The moon hangs low tonight, casting eerie shadows across the mansion. Mr. Ambrose Fairchild, that peculiar owlish visitor, haunts my thoughts. He showed an unusual interest in my astronomical studies, and today I observed him manipulating the grandfather clock. What purpose could he have for such inquiries? I've allowed him, along with his timid butler Declan and the taciturn George, to stay in my mansion. Unsettling events leave me filled with dread and suspicion. Time itself seems to wane and wax at Mr. Fairchild's whims, for the clocks throughout the house keep strange, inconsistent hours.
So he was Mr. Fairchild before he was Mr. Brooks, then.
October 26th. Another sleepless night has passed, and the mansion feels like a prison. Mr. Ambrose Fairchild taunts me with cryptic knowledge, and his visits to my study grow more frequent. Last night, under the ghastly glow of the full moon, I beheld the true extent of his sinister influence. October 27th.
Yeah, Brooks.
The final entry, dear diary. For I know not if I shall survive this night. The clock strikes midnight, and I pen these words with trembling hands. Tonight I shall confront Mr. Ambrose Fairchild in the moonlit garden where the boundary between reality and nightmare blurs. Armed with a dagger, it is the only means to cut the sinister thread that binds him to my existence. If you find this diary, pray for my soul. For I fear I may be lost to the darkness that surrounds me. Farewell, dear diary, and may you find a safer haven than my own tortured mind.
Oh dear. So I think we know what became of, we do know what became of Virgil Brooks because we've seen him, but that was not his original form, as we've seen in Dinner with an Owl.
Mr. Brahe, what are you doing in here?
Won't say anything.
I am very disappointed that you have invaded my privacy.
Oh well.
And I am even more disappointed that
Oh.
Declan let this happen.
Poor Declan.
I was probably too lenient with him. I'll keep an eye on you,
Oh no.
both.
No. Stop disappearing like that. Oh.
That's a decent selection of wine.
Oh, you may now talk to Mr. Brooks to proceed to dinner.
Nah, I don't want it.
You don't want it. I can't.
Declan,
Mr. Brooks.
what took you so long? Didn't I tell you that I want you to react quicker?
Very well, sir.
Okay.
Declan,
Mr. Brooks.
I just want you to get back to work, Declan.
Very well, sir.
What have I missed?
Mr. Brooks sure has taste.
Declan,
Oh, hello, Just George.
You are sleeping in my room? Upstairs?
I'm sorry. Well, I wasn't meant to do that. Okay, so I have met George in the cellar. Oh, there's 5 more things that I'm missing.
Declan.
Okay.
I can use this machine to clone myself.
Oh.
But the clone will disappear if anyone notices him.
Oh.
All right,
do
let's
it.
try this. But I should be very careful with such a powerful device. Oh,
Oh, that sounded painful.
Suspicious.
Maybe not the best place.
that was me.
Yeah, that's what a clone is. 3 more. Why are the teddies there?
I don't want to take away someone's toy.
Must be a significance to it. Where are the other guests gone anyway?
Declan.
Mr. Brooks.
No, I don't want
What
it.
took you so long?
No,
Didn't I
don't
tell
want
you
it.
that I want you to react quicker?
Very well, sir.
I think I'm
Declan.
going to
Mr. Brooks.
proceed
I just
to dinner.
thought about the delicious black pudding you cooked last week.
Well,
It was extraordinary.
thank you, Mr. Brooks.
Let's have dinner.
That's how he says it in our dinner with an owl.
Delicious.
Yums.
Isn't it, Miss Wollaston?
Yum.
Indeed. This meal is a celebration of exquisite tastes.
I agree. The taste is so rich and indulgent.
Declan really surpassed himself here.
Makes my hunger go away.
Yes. Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
About George. Are you also a scientist, George?
I am a lawyer.
He's my lawyer.
Yeah, he sounds like he's competent enough to be a lawyer.
Do you also live here at Mr. Brooks' house?
Yes, he does.
That's pretty unusual for a lawyer to live with his client, isn't it?
It is just the way I want it to be.
And do you want to live here, George?
I live here at Mr. Brooks' house. I am his future.
Enough, George.
Future.
From tomorrow onwards, you are
dear.
suspended from having dinner with us.
Poor George.
And Mr. Brahe, that is none of your concern.
Well. Oh, get George suspended from dinner. Wow.
Who is supposed to sit in the empty chair?
The unoccupied chair is for Declan. I allow him to eat our leftovers.
Well, how very
If there
magnanimous
are
of
any,
you.
that is.
Mr. Brooks, I'd like to ask you something.
I would.
I can't help but notice you seem to have the appearance of an owl.
Oh dear, it's getting late.
Go on.
I'd really like to know why you are an
Oxygen-inhaling species? Well, that's an odd question, don't you think, Mr. Brahe?
I think you put the words in my mouth, and I went ow, and you went oh.
No, really. Please tell me,
Go
why
on.
do you
Go on.
look like an owl?
Organ player? Well, I learned to play that instrument during my time in Prague.
Keep going.
I'm intrigued. What led to you becoming, you know, an
An
owl?
ostrich? Well, now you're getting silly. I am clearly not an ostrich,
No.
as everybody can see.
You're an owl.
Oh dear.
And that's what I keep trying to ask.
Why are you an owl?
Obelisk enjoyer? Well, that's a story for another time.
It seems to me as if you look like an owl.
Onion connoisseur? Well, I simply can't get enough of their incredible taste. Whether they're caramelized to a sweet golden perfection in a savory dish, or adding a satisfying crunch to a fresh salad. I'm absolutely enthusiastic about their versatility and flavor. Onions bring a unique depth and richness to so many of my favorite recipes.
Great.
From the zingy red onions in a tangy salsa,
I've
to
got
the
them.
mellow, comforting
Onions now.
sweetness of sautéed onions in a French onion soup.
No, I do
So,
like that.
whether it's crispy fried onions on a green bean casserole or the aromatic base for a hearty stew, onions are a true culinary marvel, and I can't help but savor every delicious moment with them.
Yum.
Yes, that was exactly what I wanted to know.
Oh, exactly.
Anytime, Mr. Brahe.
Love knowing about the onions.
About the time coming to a standstill. Wollaston and I experienced that we cannot leave the mansion.
It's like time passes slower the farther you get away from the mansion.
That sounds quite unsettling.
Well, the stars have stopped, so...
What will happen when time stops passing?
I assume that everything and everyone will be locked in their current position, not being able to move or talk or feel forever.
That doesn't sound very fun. And why is there a test tube in the clock?
What can we do to stop this?
Oh, if only I knew.
Oh, sure.
But as far as I am aware, there's no way for humans to influence the passage of time.
You're not human.
There needs to be something we can do.
Well, go on and try.
Mr. Brahe, if you don't mind, may I ask you something?
Of course.
It's about your golden nose. How did it happen?
Miss Wollaston, this is such a rude question. Asking someone about their unusual
I
appearance.
see.
You must be embarrassing, Mr. Brahe.
No, it's fine.
You are mistaken, Mr. Brahe.
Yes, to asking about
It is
the owl.
clearly not appropriate.
Oh dear.
All right. That was a hard day for everybody.
Very hard.
With a blissful meal as the crescendo.
Oh, crescendo.
Have a good night, my distinguished guests. At the Owl Observatory.
How many did I
Wish
unlock?
list now.
Oh, well, definitely. I think it's already on my wish list, so...
You have to stay for dinner.
Okay. I mean, I spent 2 months having dinner with an owl. I have to stay for more? Ah, I missed one. 9 out of 10. Okay.
Declan.
Mr. Brooks. Huh?
Game by Boring Suburban Dad. And as I said on the 2-month video, I talked to Boring Sub Dad on Twitter. He is very open to communication. But there you go, Mr. Martin Owen, and he was playing the owls in Dinner with an Owl. But, oh, and Simon Jackson was back as Declan, of course. No, it was very, very good acting. Well, there you go. So that was Owl Observatory. Streaming and sharing this demo. I certainly am right now. I mean, when they say streaming, recording, because I don't live stream, because that would involve messiness of face cams, right? No, you don't want that. Anyway, so that was Owl Observatory, the demo. But like I said, very different to Dinner with an Owl, but very, very enjoyable. So it's got an inventory, which is the first thing that's different. And you can interact with more than, what was it, a knife and an umbrella stand. Oh, and the files. I think it was just 3 things you can interact with in Dinner with an Owl. But yeah, I like what they're doing with this. And hopefully there is going to be an explanation as to why we have an owl. And obviously it's already happened because Mr. Brooks was not the original owl. Are we going to find out who is the original owl? Is it, I've already forgotten his name, Ambrose. Is it Mr. Ambrose? Is he the original owl? Was there an owl before Mr. Ambrose? I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. And if we don't, well, there you go. We won't. So I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. Wishlist this game if you did. I will definitely be playing it when it is released. But this demo has only just come out. Demos typically come out quite a while before game releases. And yeah, follow Boring Sub Dad on Twitter. As I say, he's very open to communication. He likes people playing his games. He really enjoyed my Dinner with an Owl because it was just a bit of a different Let's Play to the normal, oh, here, I know what to do, or here, I'll play it, oh, I've worked out what I need to do, I've done it, the end. No, I wanted to explore it. So thanks for watching, and more demos and more, still playing Lonky Island, and just more to come. So, bye.